Hey guys, Ibro Gaming here with another video. So today I will be talking about what armor you should be using in Arena Breakout for both normal, for ratting, and for lockdown and above. But before we get into that, in the description below is the Twitch channel that we are building. We have a big community at the moment, over 600 people that are actively playing the game, so there's always people on. You can play with myself, Dean Poe, and One Run. They're also YouTubers with their links below as well. Now let's get straight into this. Now I'm just going to go briefly over the broad overview of all the armors at once, and then I'm going to go into the armory and actually put everything to the test. Alright, now let's go to market. Let's go over to equipment. Let's go over to armored rigs. No, not armored rigs. Sorry, body armor. Now, guys, I'm going to skip over tier 1 and tier 2. I'm going to go briefly into tier 3. But I'm going to spend a lot more time at your tier 4s, 5s, and 6s, as that's what everyone should be using, in my opinion. And this is what you should be using. This is my opinion, based on some basic stats and testing, okay? So let's get straight into this. So level 1, I wouldn't use any of them. Level 2, I wouldn't use any of them. Now when it is getting to level 3, the armors that I'll be looking for, it'd probably be KN Salt, as it does protect your chest, your upper abdomen, and your lower abdomen. The protection is all there. Then you could look at something like the SWAT. It does chest and upper. That would be a second one I would probably look at buying. It is made with armored. That is the highest penetration, so you can take an extra bullet or so. And it has a better repair rate. Now let's have a look at this one here. This one here is aluminium. I would say it's about a C tier for penetration. Okay, it does protect your chest and upper abdomen. Now your SWAT, I wouldn't wear this one at all, as it only protects your chest. So if I was to play in level 3 armor, I'd be looking at the Packer, the KN, or the SWAT body armor. I wouldn't look at this one here, just because it only does your chest as well. And this one here only does your chest as well. I would stay away from that one as well, as it's composite. Composite has a high penetration, low repair rate. Okay, guys? So, what you should be looking at out of that, you should be going for Packer, KN, or the standard SWAT body armor. Okay, guys? I wouldn't use the other 3. Okay? Let's get into the level 4. Now, this is where it's going to get very, very controversial. This here is one of the most used armors, I believe, as when I kill someone, this is the armor that they have on. This does protect your chest, your lower abdomen, and your upper abdomen. Pretty much covers your whole body. But this is made out of hardened steel. Hardened steel has a lower, high penetration rate, so the bullets do go through it quicker, they say. And it has a lower repair rate. But it has more body armor points, so it has a 70 body armor point. But I still think it's a great body armor. Being 11 kilos, 11.2 kilos, it is a heavy one. But if you're running it, like, I wouldn't stay away from running it, but it's not the best level 4 armor. I think it's a great armor though still. Now this is another great armor. It does protect your upper chest and your abdomen. And it's only 7 kilos. This is one of the ones that I run the most. It's made out of compensite. So compensite is like a middle to high tier of lower penetration rate and a high repair rate. It does have 65 points of repair. So guys, that is one of the ones I use quite regularly. You can get it from Deke at really good prices. So that's why I do choose to run this most of the time. This one here, it's lighter. It does protect your abdomen and everything along those lines, but being aluminium, it has a higher percentage of rate. And when you actually put this one on, it doesn't it is lighter, lower durability, lower repair. I would stay away from this one, in my opinion. If you find it, in a raid or on a body or anything along those lines, I definitely would run it. Or take it back to sell. But I personally wouldn't run this. Now, same for this. This one here only protects your chest. It is 5.6 kilos, so it is on the lighter side. But I wouldn't run it unless you're running an SMG trying to rush. Just because it's just not. I don't think it protects enough of your body. I find you getting shot in the chest quite regularly, and it only protects your chest, but the upper chest or the upper abdomen and the lower abdomen is fully open, and on your sides you can get shot there as well. Like, it's a big opening spot. I don't like this armor. I wouldn't recommend using it, but if you have one you get it cheap from Deeg, or you find it on a scav in Armory, or you've just pulled it out of a raid, sell it, use it for a run. I wouldn't be buying it. Okay, so this is what I would buy. Now, Spartan body armor. That does your upper chest and your chest. It's 5.4 kilos, and it's made of armored. Armored has a lower penetration rate compared to all the rest. So this one, on paper, should take 1 or 2 extra bullets compared to all the rest of the armors. And we're going to put that to the test. So we'll find out if that's true or not. So I think this is one of the most top tier ones. And I'll be running a Spartan B most of the time when I run. And then they're the 4. So I would say this one, if this one here is like the must, the go-to. This one here is also a good go-to, but know that it is got a lot higher penetration. And then Spartan B is the best. These two here, I would stay away from them. I would go Spartan B, 6B for 13, and then I'd go the 6B 23. I'd stay away from these two. The 6B 23, it's a good armor, but it's not an amazing armor. Now, level 5. This is where it's going to get interesting. Now, level 5. This only protects your chest. I wouldn't be, my opinion, I would not be spending $158,000 to $160,000 for this armor here. I just don't see the point of it. It's a small, it only protects your chest and that's it. If I'm spending 100, 200,000, I'm expecting to be, to take a shot or two. I just feel like I'd get hit in the chest and that tier 5 armor will be pointless. Now, let's look into this one here. This is hardened steel, so this is pretty much the upgraded version of this one here. Okay, guys? So this is a hardened steel. 11.8 kilos, protects everything. This would be one of the go-tos I would be looking at. Even though it's a hardened steel, it doesn't repair as well and has a higher penetration percentage. This one here is worth 200,000. This is pretty much the exact same armor. It's just got 80 durability. What is the difference? It's literally the exact same armor. Oh, it's just a skin difference, guys. So those two are the exact same. If you like, right now this is a really good price, 181,000. I would buy that. Now let's look at the samurai. So this protects your arms, or your shoulders, your chest, and your upper abdomen. So this pretty much covers from your belly button up. This is made of aluminium. That is a high penetration, and it is a decent weight, 10 kilos. I wouldn't buy this, my opinion. I wouldn't buy this. I'd buy the light armor over this anytime over this one here. This one here is compensate. It only protects your chest. I wouldn't be buying a tier 5 armor for 172,000. That only protects one body part. That's just my opinion. Now, this one here is what I'd be running every single time. The MTV Samurai Standard Body. It's 9.6 kilos, so the lightest out of all the tier 5s that protect the highest amount of arm parts. So you've got your chest, your upper abdomen, and your lower abdomen. And it's made out of aluminium. This is a pretty good gear. But aluminium, do remember, it does have a higher penetration. Well, we're going to test that in the shooting range soon. Now, the standard, this is aluminium as well. This one is pretty much the exact same one as this, but it's an extra 175k. For the extra 75,000, I would be spending it on this one here. Let's go straight over to the last one. This is made out of titanium. Titanium is number 1. This does protect your chest and upper abdomen. It's 90 durability and is 8.6. So on paper, this armor should take more bullets than all the other armors at level 5 that we just looked at. Now, just looking at this, tier 5 didn't have anything that was made out of armored materials. So like, for example, the Spartan B is made out of armored. Nothing in tier 5 was made out of armored. So I'd be running, if I was to run tier 5, I'd be running this one here, this because it's titanium. This one here for body coverage, or whatever one's cheaper at the time, or the samurai. I would stay away from this one here and this one here. And this one here, I would stay away. If you have it, use it. I wouldn't be spending that much money for it. I'd much rather buy that or that. So yeah, I would go from here to the heavy body armor, to the samurai, standard body armor, and then to the heavy armor, either or, whatever's cheaper at that time. Now there's 6. The tier 6 is the next one we are looking at. So tier 6, hardened steel. This here covers pretty much everything. You're pretty much a tank, but made out of hardened steel, so it is high penetration. Now ceramic is the lowest. This is easy and very fragile. It is lightweight, but it is very fragile. I wouldn't buy this as a tier 6. This is also ceramic, lightweight, movable. I would also not buy this as a tier 6. Now this is ceramic as well. I wouldn't buy this as a tier 6 as well. I have something against tier 6 armors. I'll be honest with you guys. They're worth way too much. Now let's have a look at this one here. This is probably the one I'd look at buying. It is aluminium, high penetration, but it doesn't matter because it protects everything and it's got really big plates. Now guys, if I was you guys, I'd be looking at this one here, hardened steel, or the full body armor. Now for that extra, I don't know, let's say close to $90,000, I'd probably buy this or this. For these ones, I wouldn't buy them. They're just too expensive for their price. I'd be looking at, the full body armors if you're going tier 6. Just due to the fact of them being, covering the more of your body. But let me grab a gun and let's go straight into the shooting range. I will grab an AKM. Oh, that's a bit. Yeah. Should I grab it? I'll grab an M4. Okay, I'm gonna grab an M4. I am going to use just basic M855 on all rounds, just to see, how we go. So let's go over to enter. Let's go over to the shooting range and let's test this bad boy out. So I'm going to go through all the tiers, level 1 all the way up, and look at the bullet counts. Okay guys, let's make sure it's M85A1. Yes, it's M85A1. Let's put it to single fire. Let's change equipment. Let's go to the bulletproof vest. Let's go shoot 2 shots to the chest. 2 shots. Now let's go over to 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go over to the packer. 1, 2, 3. Let's go to the SWAT. 1, 2, 3. Let's go to this lightweight one here. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. I'm not going to look at this one because it is an armored body rig. I'm going to go over that in another video. Let's go to the SKS. So this is our first tier 4 that we are looking at. So let's go straight into that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 shots with the M4. Hardened steel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 shots, guys. So that one there and that one there, just due to that being a hardened steel and that being, I forgot what the exact armor was, but aluminium. So that being aluminium, it took 6 shots. That being hardened steel, it took 8. So let's go over to the armored. This one should take about 8 to 9. Let's have a look if I'm right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it took 8 shots. When this one here only took 6, and it's aluminium. Let's go over to the tier 5. Okay, guys, we're looking at composite now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's tier 4, 9, 10. So an extra 2 shots it took. So that was composite. Let's go to aluminium on tier 5. Let's see how that turns up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I took 12 shots. So that's why I would change composite versus aluminium. So there's a big difference in penetration there, because it took an extra 2 bullets for me to take out the standard samurai over the composite. That's why I told you guys I would be getting aluminium for that. Let's go over to the tier 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's tier 5 done. 11, 12, 13, 14. Took 14 M85A1s. So if I was to come up against you in a real world scenario, in the dark zone they call it, I'll take 14 rounds to drop you. This was ceramic. Now let's look at the hardened steel version. This doesn't have all the armors, but it has most of them. So let's go to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Took 18 shots, guys. Look at the difference between ceramic and hardened steel, guys. So the hardened steel, it doesn't repair as well as the ceramic, but it took an extra 4 shots on it. Took 18 shots to the chest, guys. So that's why I said you should be running the hardened steel version and the standards version, just because of them being better than the composite and the ceramic. But guys, that is my armor guide and what you should be buying. I know that there is some that don't show up here. Unfortunately, we can't test them to the abilities that I would like to, but they are very similar, being about 8 to 10, and then 14 and 18. You just got to take my advice on what to buy, because I can't show you on testing as they are not showing. But guys, let me know what you guys think. I will also look at doing a helmet guide soon. Also be looking at doing a guide based around all the armored rigs. And I'll also be looking at doing a few other videos. But guys, if you made it this far, hit that like, subscribe, and comment below on your opinions. And eevUZjYlsS out.